Toma, Twitch actualiza los términos de servicio. De que si ahora cuánto me esté robando el alma. Necesito saberlo. No, eso no. Qué hombre, que es. Vamos a actualizar los términos de servicio. Y que sí. Y que sí, Bezos quiere su dinero.
How are we supposed to do our duty when the
Ah,
hills
todo
are
ya.
crawling with
Clive? But if you're here,
Me he
where is everyone
teleportado.
else? Don't tell me. They're all right.
No. He hecho una travesía de 4 meses en verdad, pero por motivos de gameplay me he teleportado, ¿vale? Pero en la vida real han pasado 4 meses en lo que me he teletransportado de aquí al reino.
You lot don't do things by halves, do ya? Well, at least everyone's still breathing. Now, as for these writings, I'm sorry to say, Clive, but if you had those, you'd be
No,
sitting under a pile of rubble, I know.
But we were able to save a few bits and pieces from the ruins, most of which ended up being used to build this place. The more personal items we gave to the next of kin. In the case of Sid's things, that would have been mid.
Then I'll check the workshop.
claro. Estará en el taller, pero él no sabe que estaban en el taller. Es como curioso. Él no sabe que estaban en el taller.
Clive. How may I help you today? Once more? Very well. Thus ends today's lesson.
If Amber and the Lazarus are gone, then do you think Mid's ship will ever sail?
Papeles. Papeles para volar barcos. No explotarlos como haría Robin. Buah, esta noche Rope se hace las pajas con la nueva Camila Alt.
But you'll already have read it. I'd better keep looking. What do we have here?
Las pipas de Cid.
Sid's pipes. Something tells me Mid won't be needing these.
Las pipas.
We've had no word from Canva for days. Please tell me Mid is all right.
No, está muerta.
I remember seeing this doll in Sid's cellar. I wonder if it was Mid's.
Escondía la droga dentro de la muñeca, lo sabía.
What's this tucked inside?
Lo sabía. Estaban los papeles dentro. Un palacio de arpegios. La arquitectura eres tu derroche de talento y no es otro que tu primera obra. Todavía tengo que pulir esta última reina.
Sid's best invention. Huh. That sounds promising. So Sid hid something in Mid's first opus. But what would that be? Perhaps Otto might know.
¿Por qué no ha movido el culoto aquí conmigo? Lo parió. Cacho vago.
Master Sid, have you seen His Highness the Prince? We were to dine together.
No te vas a zumbar a mi hermano. General.
Did you find anything?
Possibly. You wouldn't happen to know what Mid's first opus was?
Opus? That girl's as tone deaf as a banshee. Unless you mean the orchestrion.
El
She
orquestrión.
couldn't have been more than what, 11, 12 when she cobbled that thing together. It surprised us all, not least her dad. You should have seen how proud he was of the little scamp. What's that battered old box have to do with anything?
I think Sid may have hidden something inside it.
Wouldn't surprise me. Those two and their bloody treasure hunts.
Bloody
Half the things in the
treasure.
hideaway were hidden one time or another.
A buscar por toda la guarida. Tal cual. Selecciona la droga. Obviamente.
How are we supposed to do our duty when the hills are crawling with a cache?
Cole said it was an army of Akashi. What will happen to Mid and the others?
Muertos, señora, muertos. Muertos todos. Acéptelo ya. Muerto. Niño, fuera de ahí.
I didn't break it. Well, I didn't break it.
What didn't you break?
Nothing. We didn't break nothing. We definitely didn't break the orchestrion.
What's wrong with it?
Preferencias.
It's broken. Except when it isn't. See?
And you had nothing to do with this.
Nope. Nothing. We just wanted to listen to all the songs at once. So we pressed all the buttons. Like this.
Código secreto.
See?
All too well. All right, out of the way. There's something caught on one of the gears.
Did you break it? Can you fix it?
No, I mean, yeah, yes. There. How about now?
You fixed it! Sid fixed it! He more than fixed it!
Requete arreglado.
New music!
Huh. Never heard this one before.
They started playing when I removed this. Whatever it is.
Well, don't look at me. I can tell you it's important, though. Sid showed it to me once and said as much. Said it was the stuff dreams were made of. Let's just hope it's the stuff ships are made of as well.
Indeed.
Convenient.
Let's see if we can make some dreams come true.
Just the two I was looking for.
Aye. Lose a patient?
Actually, yes. The Crown Prince just left.
Dion left.
Unless you've another word for stood up and walked off. Yes, left. He did have the decency to leave a message with Obelisk before commandeering one of his dinghies. Should we go after him?
No. We're not the Prince's keepers. He's free to do as he sees fit.
I'd rather he did so in bed. His wounds are nowhere near healed. Much like yours, I suspect. Otto told me what happened in Canver. What is it with this realm's princes and their aversion to rest?
Ask me when I get back. Though I may be sometime.
Then at least try to stay safe.
And if that fails, try to stay alive, eh?
Don't waste here. The further the flagship sails, I have to get back.
Secundarias infinitas.
She can't kick this
Not
up.
gap.
Glory to Griga. There you are. And not a moment too soon.
What's happened?
Taya's busy working herself into an early grave. Since the arrival of her latest patient, she's refused to stop, even for a moment. I've tried offering to see to him in her stead, but she won't hear of it. Clive, she hasn't left the infirmary in days. She's pushing herself too hard. And if she doesn't rest soon, will you talk to her? Order her to her chambers if that's what it takes. Because if she keeps this up, I fear the hideaway will be without its best physica before too long.
Sure, why not?
I know better than to order Taya to do anything. But I'll speak to her.
Thank you. I pray you have better luck than I did.
Háblale a esta ahí al lado.
Well,
No la puedes
Taya,
hablar tú, cacho vago.
Rodriguez worried about you.
No, no puedo.
And if what he says is true, then so am I. We all admire your dedication, but you do need to rest.
I will, when it's time. Until then, I'm staying put. We owe him that much.
Who is he?
Someone from my past. Someone who doesn't deserve to die alone. It won't be much longer. The crystal's curse has almost finished its work. If I had the tears, I could ease his passing. But without them, we've nothing that will touch the agony of those last few hours.
How would tears help this man?
Not my tears. Tears of mercy.
Felicicina.
Alicia. It's the only thing strong enough.
You wouldn't, Taya. Surely. There must be something we can do for him.
Sometimes an easy death is the greatest kindness we can offer. You do well to remember that, Rodrigue.
I will. We have all the ingredients we need for Alicia Balwam. It needs to be fresh, though, so we rarely have much to hand. I can make the draft if...
Just tell me what you need.
There is a species of venom-weeping
Arañas.
spider that lives in the forest, so bring me one of their eyes. Preserve it, I'll make sure the other ingredients...
Salen de una araña. Buah. Esa no te gusta, ¿eh?
Thank you, Clive. I won't...
La tigre. La viuda tigre de Roff. Joder. Secundarias.
All right, Clive. Blackthorn told me you helped him out. Speaking of which,
Worried about him.
afraid so. It's a bit of a funny one, this, but...
¿Quién ha muerto ahora?
try as I'm... And...
De momento nadie importante.
All right.
Me están chutando más secundarias antes de avanzar la trama. Ya tenemos supuestamente la mierda para crear el barco volador. Lo había escondido Cid en la granola. En la ¿cómo se llama esto? La Music Box se llama la mierda esta, es que no sé cómo se llama. Creo que se llama Music Box, la mierda esa. Tenía escondido ahí. Pero tenemos que llevar a la hija para que haga el barco volador, básicamente. Porque le faltaba el motor. En plan, el motor explotaba si no llevaba eso. Y como no avanza la trama ni para atrás porque me meten 5000 secundarias, pues me estoy saltando el voice acting de las secundarias.
Come on, mate. Bottling it up ain't gonna help no one. If it weren't the ring, and it was something I said...
It was the ring, right? It brought back some unhappy memories.
Memories of what?
There are things we'd all rather leave behind, Black.
And sometimes it doesn't.
Don't be like that.
Fine, if it'll get you off my back.
That ring you flashed was the work of Zoltan.
Zoltan.
We apprenticed together back in the day.
You've never mentioned him before.
Why would I? Ain't seen him in decades, and the last time I did, we almost came to blows. The ring brought it all back. Bastards improved, though.
So it was a nice ring.
It matters, because engraving metal's a nightmare, and I've got no bloody idea how he managed it. The fact is...
So what?
I'm the Idaway's master craftsman. I'm not stealing a living at some backwater village forge. My armor keeps you lot safe, and my swords keep you dangerous. As far as I'm concerned, every swing of my hammer's another blow, because the curse breakers deserve better than second best. And I refuse to be shown up by the likes of Zoltan.
Ah, yeah.
Why don't we go and pay him a visit?
I doubt he'd be too happy to see me.
Then just this once, swallow your pride, keeping the curse breakers armed and armored. Provided you can do that, you'll hear no complaints from me.
What'd you say, Blackthorn? It's not like you'll be going alone.
All right.
Magic. So, where do you reckon old what's...
In Dravost, my old village.
Dravost, eh? Just north of the fields of Carava. Got that, Clive? And I'll make sure Blackthorn don't...
Good luck with that.
Davor, o sea, la del desierto. Falta la otra. Falta la del huerto.
He's a surly soaker.
Pero vamos, teniendo en cuenta que solamente queda Odín de los Icons. Y supuestamente asumo que me llevaré a Shiva, porque a Jill la han secuestrado. By the way, a la Tetas la han secuestrado. Matamos al Twinkie, pero la secuestraron. El Follamadres la secuestró. Y se va a llamar el Follamadres toda la saga se va a llamar el Follamadres porque es el Follamadres. Literalmente se estaba follando a su madre. Pero qué cojones. El Follamadres.
However, I believe I have a solution.
I can't wait.
I'm going to marry the Morganbeards.
El Molbol,
The
vale.
Morbles are possessed of a highly choleric temperament. I believe that by grafting a Morble vine to a Morgan, the endeavor, I assure you,
Vamos a
is
usar
scientifically
morboles en
sound.
jardinería, di que sí, colega.
That is correct. As for the Morble, I fear ordinary. Why, a notice concern.
How timely.
Well,
Ah, lo han puesto, es una
I shan't keep you
escoria el
any longer.
Molbol.
I know you.
Ok. Pues ya tengo 3 viajecitos que hacer entonces. Antes de avanzar la trama. Pero la famosa misión de las cebollas debió inventarse el señor influencer, porque no me ha salido ninguna misión de cebollas. Creo que lo de cebollas lo dijo él en plan por decir, en plan porque no tenía ni puta idea de lo que estaba haciendo. Lo llamó cebollas como quien dice fruta y ya está. Una misión de coger comida. No cebollas porque le salió del nardo. O sea, porque creo que no ha habido ninguna misión de coger cebollas. Y dudo mucho que vaya a aparecer ahora la misión de las cebollas. A este punto de la historia, honestamente. La última misión opcional, antes del final boss. Tráeme unas cebollas. Aquí es. Aquí es nivel B. Pifi. Los marjales de 3 juncos. En Rosario tengo 2 misiones entonces. Creo. La de la historia. De Rosaria. Decían que estaba al lado de 3 juncos. ¿Está por aquí entonces? ¿Está aquí? Entiendo que está por aquí. Aquí no hay nada más. Ya que estaba aquí, ¿no? Sí, en los marjales de 3 juncos. Viaje número 1. Viaje 1, viaje 2, viaje 3, Lo importante es que al perro no le pasa nada. Y sigue subiendo de nivel como un toro. Entonces entendemos... ¿Cómo que va a estar aquí, no? Porque esa zona cerrada es... Es bonita.
Good girl.
Aquí no veo ni... No, supongo que va a estar aquí el Molbol. Sí, tiene como una exagerada pinta de que va a estar aquí.
Thanks, girl.
Me bajan del bicho, es que está el Molbol aquí. Ahí está. Disgusting.
Couldn't have been just any mobile, could it? All right then.
Au. Pero ya como luchaban esto. Aliento putrefacto, aún peor que el aliento fétido. 10 veces más adictivo, tío. Está cubierto con eso, no le puedo pasar. Siento el dolor. Porco. $75,000. Ácida. ¡Ejé! Mejor rolear sin más. ¡Hostia! Hace más de uno. Tiene demasiado rápido.
me, boy. Go for it. This one. Go for it. Second.
Ya está, ¿no? Entiendo que sí.
Over here.
Coño, hombre, va a sobrevivir con 1 de vida. Sí, hombre, lo que me faltaba. ¡Muere! Muere, monstruo.
That was definitely anything but ordinary. Now, let's get this vine back to the yard.
Disgusting. Desapareció el cadáver. Esta era una. Era el tentáculo. Esta es la de la lágrima, que esta es la de matar la araña, entonces. Mover el culo. Voto, voto, voto. Pantalla de carga, el Final Fantasy más maduro. Mira que ahí está todo el día on fire todavía con lo de Nintendo. No se han calmado los ánimos todavía. Con razón. En verdad. La han metido bien por detrás. Vamos, chicas. La araña. Bombs. Me gustan los bombs. Me gusta su diseño del 10 con las manitas así, en plan bebé. El quitarles las manos a los bombs fue el mayor error de su vida, yo creo. Nunca las tenían, coño, pero es que a mí me gustan con manitas. Yo los quiero con sus manitas. No puedo apuntar más.
enough. Rodrigo will have prepared the other ingredients by now.
¿Quién queda aquí? Queda esta. Ahora puedo ir a este sitio, antes no podía. A cobrar y ya está. Estas cosas pasan, 8 pavos. El dolor.
Ambrosio won't help me here.
Ellos tienen chocobos porque yo no puedo.
Free cities under sea.
Cerdos. Ellos sí pueden y yo no. Y mi chocobo es blanco. No había aquí una pantera que me dio una hostia otra vez y me tiró el chocobo. A lo mejor no fue aquí.
This might take a while.
No puedo llamar a Ambrosio cuando estoy ardiendo por Ifrit. Fuera de esperar.
Run like the wind.
A Ambrosio no le gusta que la queme. Probablemente. Ahora sí puedo pasar por aquí.
Kicked down already?
No. This charmer ain't letting anyone through.
This chump.
Why are the gates closed?
Chief's orders. No one's allowed in without his... Not that I'd have let you in anyway. I suggest you go home.
That's what I'm trying to do, you little prick.
Lame charcos.
Ain't changed a bit, have you, Snotty?
No. It isn't. Blackthorn.
Long time no see, eh?
What the hell are you doing here?
Well, it was meant to be a surprise. I'm here to see Zoltan, you fucking numbskull. Now let us through.
All right. Just... don't go starting anything with the chief.
Yeah, I promise I won't throw the first punch.
El primer mamporro no se lo doy yo, ¿vale? Pero era que me pegué el primero. Y ahí le puedo pegar en autodefensa.
Much obliged.
Defensa propia.
So this is Dravoshed. Not much going on, is there?
It's a smithing town. When I was a lad, you'd have to shout to be heard over the sound of hammer on anvil.
Sí tengo la garganta.
You're good with people.
Hey, you ain't...
There's a river of bad blood, but if someone can build me a bridge...
All right.
I appreciate it. It'll be near the forge on the hill.
The forge on the hill.
Good luck.
But if we can't fire the forges, how are we going to earn our keep?
Por aquí debe haber algo.
Shut your hole.
Mama, why hasn't Papa come back yet?
Hotter! Hotter, damn it! Those miserable flames wouldn't melt butter, let alone iron.
Pardon the intrusion. I'm looking for the chief.
That'd be me.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
I'll bet it is.
Para mí no.
Keep the gates closed, I tell him. Well done, Snotty. You're not welcome here. Get out. Before things turn nasty.
Blackthorn's here.
What did you say?
He's traveled a long way to see you.
Yes, has he?
He's waiting. Down by the gates.
Then I suggest you take him with you when you leave.
Didn't you apprentice together?
So what if we did?
Fuck! We're getting nowhere. These bearers' flames are next to bloody useless.
We're never going to be able to fire up the forges unless we can find some new crystals.
I'm a busy man, as you can see, so do me a favor.
Ah, solo estamos explotando a la gente para que utilice fuego para nuestra herrería. No te preocupes.
Ask Blackthorn. That prick knows exactly where the exit is. He's not wanted here. And neither are you.
All right. I'm going.
Y un nabo que me... Esclavizando gente. Otra vez.
Let me guess. Zoltan told you to piss off.
As a personal favor to him, yeah.
Que me vaya a la verga. Claro, normal en este pueblo. Aquí hablamos así.
Well, at least he didn't beat about the bush.
There'll be no talking him round.
Which is what exactly? If we're to help, what turned the village against you?
I left. Dravoshed. There are two kinds of smiths in this world, you see. My kind, who are in it for the love of the craft, who labour on a single piece from dawn to dusk to get it just right. And the other kind, who are in it for different reasons. People like Zoltan, whose work is quick and cheap. The kind of smiths who shit out a few hundred blades, reap the profit, and divvy it out among themselves. There wasn't a single day we weren't at each other's throats. And bit by bit, people started taking sides. You would have torn Dravoshed in half had it gone on.
You didn't have to do that.
Zoltan's a better chief than I would have been. His way of doing things kept food on people's tables. Dravoshed prospered without me and my lofty ideals getting in the road until the crystals run out at any rate. Without magic to fire the furnaces, this place is as good as dead.
It depends on how you look at it, though. There's got to be other ways of making fire. We manage it in the Deadlands.
Thanks to Sid's ingenuity, yeah. He saw all of this coming. New crystals were the problem, not the solution. And spent years coming up with ways of...
You know what I mean, though, right? Where there's a will, there's a way. What I'm trying to say is that it's not your fault.
It doesn't matter whose fault it is. I don't want to be the greatest smith alive just because I happen to be the last. Clive, Dravoshed won't last long without its furnaces, so... Do you think it's time we shared Sid's bellows with the world? The way I see it.
Hold on, Blackthorn. Sid made those things for us. They give us an edge over the rest, and you'd be throwing it away.
All right. Do it. This place was your home. I won't abandon it to its fate. Sid's creations were never meant to be hoarded. It was only ever a matter of time before we shared them. Let this be another step on the road to freeing Valisthea from the prison of the Crystal's blessing. Dravost will show the world that it's possible. Wouldn't you agree, August?
When you put it that way, of course.
Thank you, Clive.
Shall I go and fetch the plans then?
I know I'm off by heart. I'll be needing some help, though. Building a furnace isn't exactly a one-man job. Do us a favour and round up anyone strong enough to lug a brick or two, would you?
All right then.
And I've got a job for you too, Clive. I need leather for the bellows and nothing else will withstand the heat. Luckily for us, sell 'em.
Time for a spot of hunting, then.
Por ahí entiendo.
But if we can't fire the forges, how are we going to earn our keep?
Pero entonces que hay esto.
Would you like to see my wares?
Música es lo que vende usted.
Go safely now.
Sorry.
Típico trofeo de compra todas las músicas del juego.
What's the point of mining this shit if no one can use it?
Ah, de hecho, irónicamente... Espera, ¿dónde está?
Ready, go?
Yeah!
Yoink.
This won't be easy. Let's make this quick, shall we?
La mando el... Ready this motherfucker.
This one.
Nice try.
Get him. This one.
Se puede hacer eso. Nice. Qué rápido lo hemos cargado.
This one.
Nice try.
What am I doing here? Creo que le mataré igual, pero... Riquiti muerta.
I dare say that will be enough for a decent set of bellows.
Buen chico.
Good
Buen
girl.
chico.
All right.
Y le estoy combeando, estoy dando 2 golpes. No le puedo echar más de esta distancia. Tiene un límite, como en el LOL. Si sacas al de jungla de sus territorios, es el leash. ¿Qué tiempos cuando se hacía eso de pulear?
Back to the stables, girl.
Y eso significaba que eras buen jugador. Cuando
What's
puleabas.
this all about,
Pulea
then?
por alguien.
Any trouble finding the skin?
No.
Nothing I couldn't handle.
Y sí.
There should be plenty. Right then, time to put these louds to work. If everyone pulls their weight, we'll be finished in no time.
Well, I'll be damned. I honestly didn't think it'd work. But it's hot enough, all right. And without a single crystal in sight. You know what this means, don't you? I do, yeah. Dravost is saved.
Sorry about earlier.
Perdona que fuera un borde de mierda. Es que no traías dinero. Ahora que hemos salvado la aldea, si me besas el culo, ¿eh?
Take back everything I said. That thing you built us is... You saved our village.
It's Blackthorn you should be thanking.
Give this to him, would you?
What is it?
Pit coal cinders. After he left, I spent years trying to eke the most out of That there was my answer. Chuck it in the fire. Our secret for yours. I've always envied Blackthorn. Since the day I became chief, I spent no amount of sleepless nights at the Anvil will ever bridge that gap, though.
Un genio.
But he took all his talent and let me. Is it any wonder I hate his guts?
The cinders would mean more coming from you.
I need to forgive him first. And that's not gonna happen.
Por Dios. No somos amiguis todavía.
Well, you know what they say. Oriflamme weren't built in a day and all that. These things take time. Especially when they involve two geezers who hold grudges tighter than their hand. But what matters is, Blackthorn's got that twinkle back in his eye.
So would I.
I reckon he's going to be at it a while yet, though, so why don't you...
See that you both do.
All right.
Y ahora es volver ahí. Tengo que cobrar todas las recompensas. Y después de esto, por fin trama. Hemos perdido 1 hora en segundo. XD. Cobrar. Puede ser la hora. Okay.
Gentlemen.
Yeah, well, the whole village turned out for a go on the ballot. Everyone except Zoltan.
Oh, but that reminds me.
Pick old Cinder. How'd you come by this? And you're sure he wanted me to have it?
I'm sure. He didn't...
No te va a perdonar.
Yeah, You know I could never leave this place, don't you? Every time you put on mail, there's no greater honor for a smith than that. I'm not about to go crawling back to Zoltan for forgiveness. And if that helps save even a single life, what was it you said he called me? Huh? A genius? Sounds like I better get to work.
It's good to see you back on form, Blackthorn.
I don't know how you pair put up with me sometimes, but I'm grateful. Now, where was I?
Ain't got the art to tell him how similar they are.
A little healthy competition should be good for him.
You're not wrong. It's a shame
Son
his
igual de
couldn't
burros.
let bygones be bygones. No use grumbling about it now, though. Blackthorn's happy. Or as near to happy as he gets.
Negro. Algo me dice que no puedo hacerlo todavía.
So what do I owe the honor? So, will it be?
Necesito solo lengua pétrea. ¿Qué quieren dar? La da una escoria, pone. Igual que esta también la da una escoria.
And?
O sea que por ahora nada.
He's a surly soaker.
Niño, quita. El del polvol era este.
Sid,
Here.
El tentaculos.
What an amazing specimen. When I success... It is just as I hoped. Witness how the Morganbeards have taken to the blighted soil. Why, I dare say such a vine graft would yield...
I'm glad I could be of assistance.
You've not only helped us, Sid. Do you recall the extract with which I provided? I took a moment to distill some more. You must accept this file as thanks.
Mejora de curativas. Makes sense. Potencia más el efecto de las pociones y ultrapociones. ¿Ahora cuánto curan las pociones? No dice cuánto. Tengo que comprarlo. Imagino que será que las pociones son un 30%, un 20%. La otra poción. El elixir es toda la vida, o sea, puede curar. Más no puede curar.
If it's knowledge you seek, we've tomes aplenty to guide you in your search.
Cole said it was an army of Akashi. What will happen to Mid and the others?
Creo que no hay más. Miraré después de esto. Por fin hora del upload.
Thank goodness you're back.
Is this what you need?
Yes, I'm loath to give a patient a single dose dulls even the most agonizing. It may be a gentle, but I wish there was another one.
Drogado. Pulso omnífero.
How are you feeling?
Light.
Good.
Thank you, Daya. I'm
Pues si estaba ya medio petrificado el pobre hombre, madre mía.
so proud of you.
Estaba 90% petrificado, el pobre hombre.
He's gone. Thank you, Rodrigo. And you, Clive?
I'll see that he's...
The man you helped today, back in the Southern Isles. I was still a child when they shipped me to their triage tents.
La backstory de la
To
tarja.
treat the wounded, but in such blighted lands, I was...
An art we would be lost without.
Tears of mercy were his gift to the bearers of the world.
And a kindness Sid would have approved of.
You know as well as I what life is like for a
Esto es como una especie de metáfora de la
never knowing which might
eutanasia, ¿no? Entiendo.
A commander may care nothing for the bearer spent in his service. I've no tears left, Clive. I've seen too many of my friends taken. Something needs to change, and we need to be the ones to change it.
And we will.
I hope so.
Se junta también con eso de un mundo en el que puedan morir en libertad y cuando quieran y todo. Y no que les hagan trabajo. Ahí supongo. En teoría ya están.
How may I help you today, Clive?
Ah, la trama.
Is everything we've received and everything promised? You earned this. All done?
1500 puntos de... Bueno, probablemente me vayan a dar ahora un icon nuevo, así que... Probablemente. Ah, por el barco volador. Para que Meat nos haga el barquito. Para derrotar al follamadres. A ver ese barco. Mira cómo curran.
I'm all right, Clive. My dad had it all worked out.
He'd be proud of you, Mid. His writings may have helped, but this achievement is all yours. Can we catch them?
The Ainayar's one of the largest, fastest vessels ever built. And it won't help she has the wind at her back. Any other ship would be hard-pressed to keep pace with her, let alone reel her in. But this isn't any other ship. This is the Enterprise! And the world's never seen anything like my dad's engine.
It certainly hasn't.
Clive, what do you know of Barnabas Thumb?
Se folla la madre, nada más. Literalmente nada más.
That he sailed to Ash from southern lands. That it was his mastery of the blade which won him the throne. And that his sword, Odin's sword, can sever the very threads of creation. But don't lose any sleep over a last tilt. We'll do what we must.
Sí, pues en verdad también se follaba la madre. Deberías saber eso, Clive.
The light! I thought this cove was meant to be hidden.
Mid! Company!
Eh?
We'll hold them off until the ship is ready. But hurry!
Bollocks! All hands! Man your stations!
Everyone with me?
Toda la familia unida. Esto es un poco momento Minas de Moria, ¿no? Los orcos. Los goblins.
Mid needs every moment we can give her.
Dios mío, me gana toda la barra ya.
About that offer, Gav? How are we doing, Mid? I thought you said that ship was fast.
Kick them, Torgo. Combo. Level you up. No, pero se muere el tío. No podemos perder más figuras paternas. Por favor.
That was easy enough.
All right, you lousy lot. Get your asses on board. She's ready to sail.
You heard the captain. Clive.
Bueno. El Twinkie, pero si estaba muerto. Y le maté yo. Y le maté yo.
Confounded. Then it is as I feared. Sleipnir is no man, but a creation of Odin.
El caballo. Literalmente. Y estaba muerto. Ahora hay 8 Twinkies. Uno por cada pata del caballo.
Phoenix's fiery fundament. Have you no normal enemies?
8 Twinkies.
Up for another round? Of course we are. Right, Lord Rossfield? My boy, there was a time people called me the Executioner. Those are my acts. No matter, heads will roll all the same. Mate, new plan! You leave, we follow!
Follow? Swimming, are you? Oh, bugger me! Weigh anchor! Engine's dead slow ahead!
Have care, my friends. 'Tis not blood that runs through an Eddie's veins.
Muere Twinkie.
These foes will not fall easily.
But they will fall.
Son infinitos.
For a woodman's axe. Good thing I brought one.
Son Twinkies infinitos.
How long are we meant to keep this up? As long as it takes. Unless you have a better idea.
Well, I've already killed at least 5 of the bastards.
Me carga 5.
Fuck it. Let's do the lot.
Tomar por culo. A por el boy pussy, Torgan.
Should we make for the ship?
Not yet. Wait for my signal. This way.
El Stunlock, el Stunlock. Dios. Ah, que falta está ahí, no puedo. Dragon Breath Spa. Basically. Ay, active.
Right. Run for it.
Draco Meteor without drawbacks. Contrary Draco Meteor, it will happen. It will happen. It will happen. Joder, está en forma el Yayo. Pedazo salto. Pobre hombre. Contrary Dragapult. Exactly what we needed. Winky.
Now, mate.
All right, engine full ahead. And hold on tight.
¿A dónde? ¿A dónde me agarro? El barco del follamadres. The waifu. Another ROM hack, I assume. I haven't checked anything.
What do you want?
That's quite a mess you've made. And wholly unnecessary.
A lot of wonky things.
You are my offering to Mythos. I would not see you damaged.
I take is the one you show me, the Linoon with the choice carving build. I mean, that ability would be broken, but not in Linoon. Linoon is already fast. It needs damage. If anything, it goes extreme speed. It doesn't need speed.
Now back to your stations!
It needs damage.
Every bell spent treading water puts another league between us and the galleon.
Like, it's a good ability, but not on you. Not on Linoon.
I don't suppose Mid has a spare engine?
Double choice scarf.
Since you rose from the grave, my fortunes have plummeted. Are you absolutely certain of this quest of
I mean,
yours,
it's certainly
Clive?
something you could use to catch people off
The
guard.
foes you face are as terrible as they are numerous.
Aye, and they'd have us live and die on their terms, which should answer your question.
Ha! You have that same
I mean,
stubborn look as your
Carmanitan
father
actually used to run choice band and guerrilla tactics and one-shot everything.
On the battlefield, I am but a single axe. A deadly one, mind, but a single one nonetheless. Yet what you require is 1,000, and I believe my old friend in Randalar can provide them. Take care, Clive. I have many more tales of your father's exploits to share. And I cannot very well do that if you're dead. Again.
Good luck, Uncle. And may fair winds attend you.
I believe I'm a little ahead of the mid-game.
Take care.
Around 3/3 maybe.
Farewell,
Like not the final track yet, but
when next you see me, it shall be with an army at my back.
but I mean we already know who the big bad guy is. What's his kind of plot? Most of it. And like there's only 1 and 2 icons yet to fight. So. Usually an RPG of this kind is usually around level 50 or something when you finish the game, and I'm level 40, so usually RPGs finish at level 50, 55, 60, depending on the game, but usually around there.
Well, we can't have him showing us up now, can we?
We would never hear the end of it.
The good thing is he's alive. Uncle Byron is not going to die. Hopefully. The evil guy you saw before basically was having sex with his mother. Absolutely fucked up.
Greek of mercy.
Wait, this is a dream. He was in the infirmary. This is a dream, right? Nightmare. He wasn't there. But I mean, yeah, the game is pretty good overall. I just realized you asked me how the game was. But yeah, it was pretty good overall. Sure, there are always some tiny things you can complain about, but it's pretty good, pretty decent. Especially after the last game, which was horrible every way. So every improvement feels like double. This is how I felt when I played Fire Emblem Three Houses and Engage after Fates. It's like, wow, coming from Fates, like the second coming.
My lord.
Pero que no puede estar aquí. Estaba en la enfermería. O en la cama. Con Joshua, no puede estar aquí. Esto es un sueño. Tiene que ser un sueño esto. That makes no sense. That makes no. Nada más que este barquito. Típico momento ahí para reposar, relajarte y tal. Pero claro, estás en el barco, no puedes hacer otra cosa. Protect turno 1. The Pelipper way. Protect turn 1.
And put through the narrow.
They always protect turn 1.
Maintain our current bearing north-northeast.
They are asking me to go back to Emerald Rams and start with Pidgeot. It's
was to
gonna be
prevent her from
painful.
circling around Ash from the south.
Protector no
These
uno.
winds in those
Protector
waters,
no uno.
they've taken forever and a fortnight to reach Stone.
Fucking Pelipper wasting time.
Mid knows what she's talking about, Clive. Better than any of us lot, anyway.
Scott run
Let's see how we do as she
in
tells us.
Emerald and wins whoever gets less. Let's
Sails on the
Protector no
horizon.
uno.
She's ours.
Pidgeot is gonna be like level 90 or something. And definitely Hidden Power Fire, definitely. Skarmory otherwise is gonna be impossible.
Look alive, boys! Full ahead! And keep those furnaces fed!
Do you feel that?
Jill.
Like,
All hands! Battle stations!
the Skarmory is gonna be impossible to kill. Although, technically you could use Feather Dance on the
Let's see
Skarmory,
what
but you
this girl
cannot
can
do
do.
that on the Metagross, so... Maybe there is something there. Probably Fly to start recover on leftovers as well. Probably something like that. Like substitute Feather Dance, Fly, and whatever. And Return or Hidden Power Fire or something. Probably. Just to stall and heal.
Where one leads, so does the other follow.
Not gonna lie, looks like a
Bond of
viable strategy for
consciousness which
Steven, I
joins
think.
them, condemning both
No
to the
risk.
same fate.
This guy is the one that fucks his mother,
Yet
this guy.
my every attempt
The
to strike it
Barnabas.
from their hearts serves only to tighten its hold.
This is the guy that has sex with his mother.
Fascinating.
Barnabas. He's Odin.
There is naught my blade cannot sever.
Creo que estamos jodidos como nos toque eso.
Great Grigos, gosh!
Tenía que haber tirado la hoja en horizontal, coño. En vertical se podía esquivar. En horizontal, como el barco no salte, estamos fucking. Yeah, but with Raticate, at least we have guts for the middle game, so it's only gonna be Steven. I think it might be okay. At least you have special moves at least with Raticate. So maybe you probably need to level up a lot, but it's not gonna be that painful, I think. And we can use Thunderbolt or something like that. Pidgeot cannot. We can use Ice Beam or whatever.
It's now or never.
I'll find her.
But I mean, yeah, of course it's not gonna be good. Of course. But after doing Sedinja and Ledian, everything is possible. To me. No tiene tripulación, está él solo. Unless you are Nosepass. Yeah, but Nosepass is pretty improvable from where Scott did it. The problem is it's a fucking pain of a Pokemon to do. But it's definitely improvable a lot. With the Hidden Power bug that I keep telling you guys is the solution to everything.
Where did you hide her, Barnabas?
The solution to everything, Hidden Power bug. He's pretty flying. Pretty bad. You don't do anything with that, it's just that bad. Like, Edgequake and Hidden Power Bug covers everything. That nasty Claydol, that nasty Ludicolo. That whatever. Racer! We call this rock slap. Ah. Hitting shield. Parry this. Not doing me anything I can dodge. There we go. Yeah, took them years to actually pour that game to something. That they finally acknowledge the game does exist. I'm also surprised with the Fire Emblem Path of Radiance. That game is around $600 if you wanna buy it from someone on eBay and stuff. That one is big. Honestly, that one is big. Of course you can emulate, everyone does that, but like officially you can play that game if you want to. Yeah.
Proper fight at last. We're all going to die. Watch your spill. I need to hurry.
Hold on. I'm coming. For both of you.
Wrong. Oh, there's one of them. Nope. You need to dodge exactly if you want. There we go.
She must be here somewhere.
I can't feel my leg!
Yoink.
What the hell are you? She won't take us yet. Come on, get up!
Yes.
Jill!
You came.
Get back!
Clive, how did you...
I'll explain later. Hands. Can you walk?
Out of here I can.
Now kiss me.
Stand still!
Phoenix. Are you not the dominant of fire? I see naught before me but a guttering flame.
El caballo de las 8 patas. El Twinkie. It was even harder than Kingdom Hearts 3.
In earnest then.
Better Pirates of the Caribbean scene, definitely. Moses. Oh, oh. Sabes que estábamos en ese barco, ¿verdad? Espero que sepas nada.
Can you go on?
I think so. But to where?
Darkness. El follamadres.
You... What did you do to Joshua?
The Phoenix?
Oh, I expect he will survive. This consciousness in which you coil your feeble souls is grown thick with desperation. And thus has my master turned to my blade. The world will soon be painted in black. And all that live shall gather in death's autumn wake.
Not if we remove the cause of this misery. Not if we destroy the last of the Mother Crystals and restore balance to the world.
Come. Do you truly think it's so simple? The Blight is inevitable. Not even the Almighty might stop its endless march. Your efforts will avail us naught. Naught, that is, but suffering. You must embrace the truth, Mythos. Accept your place with the Lord.
Keep it. As long as there's a chance, there's a choice.
Ever led astray by your blind resolve.
Darkness, Sehanort.
Now, it is time you learn the inevitability of your divine fate. However much it may hurt.
Get as far away as you can.
Clive, no.
Trust me, Jill.
Don't have to do this.
Oh, but we do. If only to remind you of your duty.
Ah, sí que estoy en esto, joder.
In the short time since our last meeting, you have grown much. Yet as a vessel, I fear my lord will still find you.
A ver, Dios. There we go.
Defend yourself. All this fire and fury, and for what? Stopping the blight. A foolish notion fed to you by a foolish man. How dare you? You know naught of this world nor of our place in it. If our fates were so easily rewritten, we would all be gods. I have seen enough. If reason cannot sway you, there are other means of persuasion by the mind. Go for it! Get him! Custom! Rise, Mythos!
Not the teleport. I don't have damage. I don't have damage. I'm dead. I think I'm dead. I don't have damage. No! Because he dodged everything.
You will assume the mantle you've been given.
Where's game over?
This is the light of hope severed.
Or not, it was the script there.
You would yield so soon.
Was scripted. It's scripted. Never mind.
Clive!
Do you not see? Your iron will weighs you down, dragging you ever further from your purpose.
And what is my purpose?
Mythos. Who are we? What are the dominants? The breath of the Creator still warm on our lips. We carry his light that we might guide the masses in his name. We are but mighty.
Mostly in the old ones. In the new ones, they didn't really
are
put any
more than
scripted
that.
fights in a long time.
You would be nothing without what he has
At
granted
least not the
you.
scripted ones that you're supposed
The
to lose.
power we wield is his, and yet every
Because I
time
believe
we
the
draw
last one
on
I
it,
can recall is in Final
it
Fantasy
wears
IX.
away at our very being.
And this one.
It breaks us. It unmakes us. That its immaculate aspect might reveal itself.
But in 9 is more like
The
a scripted
icon.
ending. Because you still need to win the fight. It's just that you end up losing, but you still need to defeat the boss anyway, so it's not really a scripted.
Apart from you, Mythos, you wield the might of many, yet your body does not answer for its avarice.
What are you saying?
What I am saying is that we dominants are a means to an end. We were created for you, that you might drink deep of our strength and thereby fulfill your divine purpose.
I am the
which is
Avatar.
to feed. As you would know, could you only look beyond the walls of your prison of self-regard. As long as you choose to ignore this, you shall never penetrate my defenses. Still, you may take solace in the fact that you are not alone in your plight. The chains of volition shackle all of mankind, but there is yet cause to rejoice. For the Lord, in his mercy, has taken pity on his flawed creations, and shall see them restored to their proper forms.
And what exactly would that be?
Why, loyal servants to God.
No.
Manners, Lord Rossfield? They are men, like you and me. Albeit ones unburdened by the wills that drive our kind to madness. They are pure. They are divine.
You mean to turn everyone Akashic?
Not turn, Mythos. Turn back. For too long has mankind been led astray by their clamorous wills. It is time they return to a world of quiet equality, where they might once more know salvation.
Salvation! And abandon everything we hold dear!
We don't need your salvation. We'll save ourselves, and we'll do it on our own terms. Not yours, and not your gods.
With every defiant expression of your will, the tighter the chains of consciousness become. But perhaps that fact may be put to use.
Clive!
The faster it binds you to the remaining dominance, the stronger your hunger will become. Until it leads you back to the only answer there ever was. Mayhap not by the path my master intended, but back all the same.
Ash is not far. I could freeze a path.
You're in no fit state.
Probably not, but I can try. Don't look back!
Clive defeated. That's a good one. That's a good one. Congratulations, you lost. That's so funny. That's so funny. I was not expecting that. That was so funny. Congratulations, you lost. Take the experience.
I hope the others are safe.
The Enterprise was clear of the gap when we fell. They made it, Jill. And they will have seen the ice.
¡Estamos en pelotas!
Where it led.
¡Lorena, sexo! ¡Lorena, sexo! ¡Sexo!
Wait till dawn.
Y el perro mirando cual Kimari. El Final Fantasy más maduro.
Powerless against him.
A ver, es para curarse la hipotermia. No tiene nada que ver con el fanservice, tía. Pelotas, pelotas. Es para no morir de hipotermia. Pero el fanservice es el fanservice.
Only you won't do that. The Clive I know would never do that.
So you believe.
¿Cómo podemos superar lo de Tidus y Yuna? Sujétame la birra.
Barnabas said was true.
Pelota.
I'm more monster than man. And each time I summon the flames from within, I burn away the things
Yeah,
that
mami.
make me who I am.
Do you, though? Think of what you've used that power for. Of all the people you've saved.
Bésame.
It doesn't matter how or by whom it was granted, only how you choose to use it. And you've chosen to use it for good, haven't you?
I've also used it to kill.
Grab the dick.
What if that's my purpose? What if it's all I'm good for?
You're still that same boy I grew up with. Always so eager to save everyone around you, and yet always so alone. Because you failed to realize the one thing that needed saving most of all. You, Clive. You. You never once took the time to save yourself.
Holding.
Myself. I think I might be beyond saving.
No one is beyond saving, provided they want to be saved. You fight to survive. And you survive so that you may protect those you love. It's what you do. What you've always done.
Necesito el beso. Lo necesito.
I know you're not about to change. So I'm going to help you.
Lo necesito.
To give you what you need to protect us.
Nada, le va a dar el poder de Shiva, pero necesito que te le beses.
Jill. Are you sure? If this is what you want, then...
Don't worry, Clive. It is.
Eso cuenta como meter mano. No, pero es una transferencia de maná. No, están follando.
This burden. I'll give you the strength to bear it alone.
But I'm not alone. These burdens I carry, my sins, my pain.
La transferencia de mano.
I see now that they are all a part of me.
La transferencia de dominante. Sí, le está dominando. Sí, sí. Bueno, esto cuenta como sexo, ¿no? Eso cuenta como orgasmo. Esta cara es una cara aegao típica. La vida. La mano está donde tiene que estar. De teta a teta, literalmente. Y Torgal mirando. Mirando igual que Kimari miraba.
If I'm to continue on, having pledged my life to those I love, then I will gladly bear your burdens too, until my last breath.
Por favor, tenéis que acabar la escena como hay que acabarla, por favor. Por favor. No, tío, no pueden ser así. Necesito que me den eso. Por favor, lo necesito. ¿El sexo funciona así? Sí, creo que sí. Por favor.
That we might one day look upon the moon again, together.
Por favor. Tan cerca, por favor.
And I promise you,
Por favor.
that I will be there, no matter what you must become.
I know. I never thought a smile could bring me so much joy.
¡Yes! ¡Finally! Solo nos ha tomado 25 años. Pero por fin. ¡Por fin! 2001, 24 años desde Final Fantasy X. Joder, 24 años, 24 putos años. Pero por fin. Por fin. Ahora entiendo por qué el día de San Valentín, cuando pusieron la imagen de las parejas de Final Fantasy, no pusieron la de Clive y Jill. Porque les tendrían que haber puesto en pelotas. Y claro, eso no vendía bien. En un post, ponerles a ellos en pelotas besándose. Oh, Dios mío, 24 años, 24 putos años, por fin. Ni está implícito, ni se sobreentiende, ni pollas. Ahí, sin ningún atisbo de duda, por favor. Confirmado y requete confirmado. Y el perro en plan de, vale, pero ¿cuándo me buscas una para mí? Yo también tengo
What of
necesidades.
Barnabas? Do we pursue him?
No. Our paths will cross again soon enough. Whether we like it or not. Besides, there is something we must do first.
¿El qué?
Of course. Drake's
Ah, bueno, claro, pero está en su país, coño.
the last Mother Crystal.
Lo mismo.
The Einherjar is at the bottom of the sea. Waloed won't dare move on Storm without her. But they know we're coming now. We'll need a plan. And a damn good one at that.
Then let's go home and find one.
¿Y cómo vamos? ¿Nos teleportamos o cómo va esto?
Have to wait.
Nada, podemos ir andando, ahí es. Estamos en Cenicia, han dicho. No es como que estemos en una isla abandonada. Here we go. A ver, estábamos aquí, claro. Pero ves, estamos aquí, nos estamos teleportando, la teleportación existe, entonces es real la teleportación. ¿Cómo volvemos? La teleportación es real. Le voy a tener que decir a Rofle que me pase el clip ese de las tetas, las tetas. Y ponerlo aquí o algo de sonido. Porque por las tetas. Las tetas. Las tetas de clip. Madre mía. 24 años. 4 años. Ahora las habilidades de Shiva tendré que verlas.
Mid says Odin split the sea in two. She's always been partial to a tall tale. But there's tall, and then there's tall.
I struggle to believe it myself.
I see your uncle isn't with you.
He stayed with the Enterprise. After our brush with the Einherjar, she was in urgent need of repair. And my uncle knows a shipwright in Randalar. We're to join him there when we're ready to sail for Ash.
You sure that's wise? Last I heard, the place was still overrun with Akashic.
Show me a city where that isn't true. Ultima's plague is spreading.
We're running out of time, aren't we? We've done our best to shore up that hideaway. But I doubt a few planks will stop what's coming. Still, we'll keep at it. Every little helps, I suppose.
Let's hope so.
Secundarias. Ahora tiene las habilidades de Shiva. Pinta glacial.
I should visit Joshua. Assuming Talia will allow it.
Let's see. El que queda ahí es el de Odín, el que queda arriba, claro. Pero Shiva, ¿qué hace? El polvo de diamantes baja mazo la resistencia. Let's see. Levanta la mirada de caramones del suelo que lanza a los enemigos por los... Anda. Es el dash. Este dash parece además muy bueno para moverse. Parece bastante bueno para mover. Islas de hielo en múltiples direcciones. Lo acercan a ti. El pool para mí. Esto me parece útil. Polvo de diamantes es para stunear, básicamente. Parece buena mierda. El problema es a quién me quito. En plan, porque Bahamut muy bueno. Y este también es. Supongo que sería quitarme a Titán en todo caso. Pero la verdad es que Titán también pega un. Simplemente es para stun. ¿Por qué no puedo tener 4 a la vez? Fuck. Lo de la finta sí que me mola mazo, pero claro, no puedo llevar la finta si no la llevo. La finta me mola mucho, lo demás de Shiva no es tan potente. Me quitaría el Fénix, pero es que esta habilidad mola mazo también. ¿Puedo que sería quitarme al Fénix entonces? Let's try. Para no tener dos. Para no tener dos de. Ah, puedes ponerte el círculo que quieras, pero no cambiarte esto. ¿En serio? Hostia, esto no lo había comprobado. Pues es la polla, entonces esto es perfecto. ¿O es porque el Fénix es el Fénix y lo puedo llevar siempre simplemente porque es como el mío, digo? Coño, pues eso tiene muy buena pinta, entonces. Maravilloso sistema, ven para acá. Sí, perfecto. Ya está, es perfecto esto. Entonces. Tú puedes llevar las skills que quieras realmente. Esto es el círculo, digamos, solamente. O sea, si no quiero llevar el círculo de bloque, prefiero llevar otro, me lo puedo cambiar. Por el círculo, sí. Claro, eso explica por qué la puedes aprender entonces. Voy diciendo en plan, ¿para qué la voy a pagar esta? En plan, ¿para qué voy a pagarla si...? Entonces, claro, me podría quitar esta ahora sí que. That makes. That makes. ¿Qué hay secundarias por un tubo ahora? Y que en eso me dedicaré el tiempo.
Heard the bad news then, did you?
What bad news?
About Dravost. Well, anyway, the mine's just down
Las
the road from the
minas.
village. Safe from the flood for now, but they've got other problems. Zoltan and
Hey,
the others
how you doing?
sent a few curses. If something
You just came after the action. Now I'm going to do all the
won't let that
secondaries.
happen.
Didn't think he would.
Does Blackthorn?
I thought it might be better if he didn't. You reckon we should tell him?
No.
Yeah, well.
They finally kissed. They finally did it. It only took us 24 years, but they finally did it.
List, do you? Here you go.
There's one here. There's one here, and there's a lot of here. Oh my god.
Think you can help?
Secondary. Is there anyone here? No new. Become one. It's the name of the achievement. I mean, yeah, because that's what they're talking about. Basic.
How do you split this?
2 more here. But to get this one, I need to get the plot. I don't like to do this, but it's for a good.
How are you feeling, Joshua?
Better than I was.
But not nearly as well as you should be. Your cuts and burns may have healed, but your body still bears the burden of every spell cast.
And what would you have had me do? It was no ordinary foe we faced. It was the Warden of Darkness. Yet still, it was not enough. The king could have ended me at any moment, but instead chose to toy with me like a curl does a mouse.
You underestimate yourself.
Oh, it was crystal clear. Only one man established his dominance that day, and that man was Barnabas. I'm sorry, brother. That was ill-spoken.
No, I didn't have the chance yet.
So powerless, and when so many are looking to us for strength, perhaps Perhaps the prince feels the same.
I did not have the chance. Really? When did this guy get here? When? He was in the infirmary. When did this guy get here? They never explained that. He's just there. I'm just here. They never explain when did he get here.
What is this place?
Don't move.
You have seen me naked. I must kill you.
Here, it's fresh from the well. Grandmother told me spirits sometimes get lost, and that the lanterns guide them to their proper place. I set one on the river for her when she passed away.
The fiend works from the shadows. Was it you who guided my hand then, Ultima? No, not you. This is my doing, my fault, my sin to bear. And for it, I must atone.
Your hurts are healing nicely. It was my poultices that saw you well.
You make them?
And sell them, or try to. Earns me enough for bread, most days.
Forgive me. I have nothing to...
I know, but I couldn't just leave you lying there. You're going then?
Of course. I'm healed. Thanks to you and your poultices.
Will you promise to come back and visit?
No, no lo hará. No, no lo hará. No volverá. Probablemente no vuelva.
Well, Phoenix, it would seem that I owe you my wings.
Perhaps he can find an answer. You will be returning to Waloed soon, I gather.
I see no reason to wait.
Then neither do I.
I can think of a few, but I doubt they'll stop you. You will take your medicine.
Of course, Lady Daya.
Set on leaving already, are ya?
How long will it take us to get back to Ash?
Dunno, about the same amount of time it took us to get here. Maybe less, if your uncle can find someone trustworthy to patch up the Enterprise. All depends on where we're putting into port, mind.
Yes. It's not as if we can put ashore wherever we choose. We have to assume that the whole of Ash is hostile, and that we'll be attacked on sight.
Mala gente.
Then we must find a place they won't think to look. And I have an idea who might know of one.
The Professor! I'll go and tell you coming!
While you're plotting our course, I'll be in the shelves with your lawsman. I wish to pick his brains about Ultima.
Then I'll talk to Karen about supplies for the journey. They may not be easy to come by in Ash.
Yo le haré pat-pat al perro. Es más importante.
Your brother's body won't take much more of this recklessness. You know that, don't you?
I do.
You've seen more of the world these past 5 years than most do in a lifetime. It's a shame you never had a moment to enjoy it.
What? Misión ya la hice además, creo. Ah. NPC, pero ya la hice. Fucking weird, porque sí. Está bugueado.
Clive! Anything catch your eye? Think you can help?
Ay, no.
How was she? The Enterprise,
Don't tell me.
Oh no, I'm working on bringing. It's got a reverberatory hood over there. Let's just say it gets very blimmin' hot. Only mithril engines get hotter. Trouble is, we won't be able. And I hear you once helped Helena.
If it's for the good of the hideaway, I'd.
Oh.
So.
We've got a couple of examples.
More fallen material. So this smelter is similar to the mithril.
That's right. They're a bit, and what's more, they're directional. We've collected as many as we can.
So you want me to visit some ruins, destroy some echoes, and bring back this fist?
That's it in a nutshell. We're only 3 short, mind. There's one up Amber Way, and another in the Silent Sand over in Dalmekia.
Rough places.
All right, then.
It'll do.
Pero las cebollas.
With Canva in the hands of Akashic, we'll need to find another port.
Preferably one as well hidden as... I still say it were a compliment.
The stew's awfully thin these days.
Claro.
There's no way of knowing if Doris will confide in me, but I can speak to her at least.
Que si fulanito necesita flores, que si menganito quiere que ves con alimañas. La de aquí.
Come back. Covered in nicks and lumps, the lot of them. It's a wonder they can still walk.
Where are you?
Can I help you, Sid?
I'm looking for Doris. Is she here?
I'm afraid not. My job, actually. When she heard...
Did she?
Following up on some... Once they'd settled in, the bearers you helped liberating
The slaver Cole's team were tracking when they were at... I'll go and find her.
If she's not moved on already...
Why would Doris insist on going alone? Maybe Cole was right to be worried.
Lots of secondaries. Lots. Hay una y luego... Secundarias, secundarias y más secundarias.
Let's go. Run like the wind. Damn it. The whole village is turned. I can walk from here. Stay down. Get him. Attack. Get him.
Disparo de los 5 minutos por el Mario Kart. Ya te lo he dicho, juego físico 90 euros, juego en digital 0 euros. Que funciona así. No, no se muere. No necesitan morirse para darte los poderes. La waifu no muere. ¿Cómo se va a morir la waifu? La waifu no se puede morir. Pero hemos follado. Que era lo que importaba. Pero al perro no le ha pasado nada. No, de hecho el perro no se ha visto hacerlo. El perro no se ha visto hacerlo, que era la mejor parte. Solo él me estaba dando apoyo moral. Y es como han pasado 24 años desde que en Final Fantasy X me dieron un morreo, pero por fin hoy es el día en el que han acabado con eso. Pero además en plan bien tú, ni implícito, ni se sobreentiende, ni pollas. No. El juego me ha dado lo que me tenía que darme. Me ha dado lo que necesitaba. ¿Follar guarros? Sí. ¿Ya has visto la imagen esa que te he mandado? O sea, las tetas. Porque las tetas. Es que tal cual estaba así, te lo juro. Pues solamente veía la escena. Porque las tetas. Las tetas. Bien gordas. Buenas tetas tienen Gilly Clive. La verdad, hacen buena pareja. Espero que estén muchos años felices. Sus tetas lo merecen. Se puede girar. Sabe girar, se ha aprendido el poder de la rotación. Entonces, esto es para stunear, entonces esto es súper bueno para esto, ¿no? ¡Ostras! Sí, es buenísimo. Vale, nada. Es la leche de stunear, tío. Solo hay que quitar entonces el Dragon Breath en todo caso, es la única que es como más dura. Es lo que tengo, pero... A ver cuánto dura este ataque, madre mía. Buenísimo para stunear esto.
Now to find this spherical echo. This is it. Right then.
Ahora habría que ir aquí. Las tetazas. Nada, pero seguimos tristes porque no Fire Emblem. Aunque bueno, un Hollywood por 90 pavos también lo iba a comprar su puta madre. Todo te digo. Mejor que tarde en salir, entre comillas, para que ya se pueda roflear la consola. Es un code key, no es el juego de verdad. No jodas. En serio. Es un puto código de descarga. Joder, tío, de verdad. Qué asco de gente. Oh.
Ah, Clive, I'd like you to take something to Sir Wade up in seeds for planting.
Madre
I'll
mía.
keep providing them with what, but if East Pool's going
No,
to
pero East Pool
survive,
estaba aquí arriba.
it's got to be able to fend for
Es el
itself.
cartucho vacío, ni siquiera tiene código. ¿Pero por qué, tío? ¿Pero por qué hacen eso?
All right.
Thanks. There. That's...
Y además, ya no tienen vergüenza ninguna para decir que quieren que solo compres en digital. ¿Por qué no lo dicen ya directamente, joder?
Better that than something that'll... And chocobos love them too, which is no small thing. They ain't
Madre del amor
exactly
hermoso,
succulent,
tío.
but cook 'em.
I'll take your word.
Anyway, Sir Wade, I'll go up there.
I'm sure you.
La industria se va a la mierda, macho, joder. Y yo de verdad que pensaba que Nintendo era como, no, bueno, Nintendo es un old fashion de mierda. Intentarán salvar los cartuchos físicos porque, bueno, lol. Nintendo, ¿sabes? Nintendo intentará eso porque Iwata, pero Nintendo dice, no, soy una compañía, quiero dinero. Y te voy a recordar bien que solo quiero el dinero. Joder. Y que Iwata murió. Oh. Esto con Iwata no pasaba. No sé, es muy sad. Es muy sad. Yo qué sé, tío. Si es que de por sí la Switch en teoría llevaba esas tarjetas. Porque la idea era como, bueno, mira, pues como los cartuchos en su día de la 64, ¿sabes? Lo que queremos es como que sea más jodido piratearla. Era como el plan, ¿no? Era más difícil piratear un cartucho de Switch que un DVD Blu-ray, ¿no? Pero... como hijo mío, vamos. Pero ¿dónde está aquí la persona a la que tengo que...? Adentro de la fonda, entiendo. Ay, ¿por qué?
The world seems to be changing so fast lately I can hardly keep up. But what I do know is that
Porque no hay nadie aquí con quien hablar, que me están tocando o qué. No hay nadie. They're fucking lying to me, aquí no hay que hablar.
Want to know how to tell if the world's going to rack and ruin? Look for busy blades.
Doesn't still hurt, does it? The people of the rest may seem to be in high spirits, but give them a little wine, a little company.
Imagino que tiene que estar dentro de la casa, simplemente el juego no hace bien en mostrarlo. Aquí de... Ah, está dentro y arriba, supongo, ¿no? Por eso se buguea así. Pero porque esta misión, hasta que no acabes esta misión, no sale ella. Es tipo Genshin, creo. Que que hay dos personas haciendo la misión, en plan hay dos personas aquí, entonces hasta que no haga una no sale. Creo. Ir aquí. Tele por ahí. Pero vamos, súper sad, tío. O sea, lo de que el juego físico cueste 10 euros más que en digital y en digital siga siendo un robo. Porque digo, bueno, mira, a lo mejor hacen eso de 50-60. No. 80-90. Joder, chaval. 90 pavos de un videojuego. Es que ¿a dónde coño estamos yendo? ¿Coño estamos yendo? En físico. En físico que luego encima tienes esos juegos que sí, bueno, es en físico, pero jeje, no. Más vale que tengas una conexión a internet en tu puta casa y cuando nos dé la gana te quitamos la licencia y ese cartucho que tienes te vale para limpiarte el culo. Joder. De verdad, tío. Es como toda la gente ahora que están quitando series en plataformas y todo el mundo se alegrará de tener los DVDs de la puñetera serie para poder verlo cuando salga del nardo, ¿sabes? Pues es que esto nos van a hacer a nosotros aquí. Y ahora que ya te he vuelto a enfadar me voy a la cama. No, espera, tienes que hablar de Donkey Kong. Venga, descansa. Anda. Me voy a hacer todas las secundarias hoy, por lo visto, no voy a avanzar más trama.
Lord Rossfield, what brings you to Eastpool?
A delivery
Porque hay
from
muchas
Martha.
secundarias que hacer. Así que échese.
These are Gizal green seeds. Martha's keen to cut the apron strings then, is she? I jest, of course. You see, I
Al
have
menos
my
aquí, a
babe
diferencia
long
de las
since
secundarias
gone to
del
seed.
15, las
Only
secundarias tienen
without the
plot, tienen
seeds.
voice acting, tienen
Martha was
elaboración,
hoping
tienen
he
todo.
might be able to show the
En el 15 era
bearers how
como,
to
cárgate a este
plant and
bicho,
tend
vale,
these,
cárgate a este bicho,
so
vale,
that they'll
cárgate a
be
este
able to
bicho.
fend for themselves.
Ya está,
That's
conduce el
not
coche,
bad.
vale.
These
Deja que
bearers
Ignis
had only
conduzca
recently
el
escaped
coche,
their bonds
vale.
before we brought them here.
Aquí al menos las
They know little of
secundarias te
freedom,
dan
of
bastante plot
providing
y
for
por building.
themselves and their love, unless we teach them how to live like free men. Not that myself and the Guardians have been the best example to them. It's about time we all started to. Unfortunately, we've been a little too.
The Horde is.
La horda se acerca. Pero somos alianza. No sé, no juego al WoW. No sé si eso hace gracia o no. Pero creo que son como dos facciones, ¿no? Horda o alianza. Uno son los orcos y los otros son las personas.
They've been seen prowling around the northern reaches for a while now. We don't have the numbers to hold back a swarm that size.
Now you're out of time.
Precisely.
Pero no lo sé por qué no
If
juego al WoW.
reinforcements from the rest arrive before they do.
What if you could call on
You mean the bearers? We brought.
So wait. You said you lack men to defend the village, though they may not be trained
Ya no hay
soldiers
facciones,
like
ahora
your
todos son
guardians.
amigos y todos son
What
los
help
mejores
were
y
you
nadie
able
es
to
mejor que
offer?
los demás. Como el director adjunto Skinner. Jardinero
You're
adjunto.
right. I will.
Yo ya sé que nadie es mejor que nadie, todos somos los mejores. Jardinero
My
adjunto
friends,
Skinner. Y ahora ve y envenena esos pachirisus.
We Guardians are few and our enemies many. But I swear we can defeat them with you at our side.
Pero tenéis que morir con nosotros. Ah, vale, vale.
You would send us to the slaughter.
¿Cuál?
To serve as bait for those fiends so that you and your men might be spared. And to think we trusted you. Say what you will. A home is not worth dying for.
But it is worth fighting for. Sir Wade fights to give you lot a chance. Just like I do. Just like Sid does. We all wanted to give you a home where you could be free. And you got one, didn't you? This place, Eastpool. This is your village. Your home. And if you don't fight to protect what's yours, you'll lose it. You know I'm right. This world wants to take everything from you. Everything. Your homes, your freedom, your very lives. So then, are you going to stand by and let that happen to you?
Yes.
Are you going to accept fate like good little Bran did and die, having never stood up for yourselves? Or will you fight like free men and women?
La sartén.
What are you doing?
All right. Give me a sword. I never dreamt I'd have a home of my own. And now that I have, I don't want to lose it. I will protect what's mine, or die trying.
We all will. Free men and women, fighting together. Right? For Eastpool! For Eastpool!
Me gusta el detalle de que el que estaba más deprimido y en contra no se ha puesto a arengar y decir vale, vale, sino que se ve que sigue estando en plan de joder, vale, tío. Pero no está en plan como convencido ya el segundo.
Just promise me one thing, that you'll show them
Un
how
buen detalle.
freeborn fight.
Que ese tío esté como, pero estáis locos, bueno, vale, os sigo, tal, pero... No he cambiado de opinión en plan 180 grados en 2 segundos.
Well, if it was numbers you were lacking, you certainly won't be now.
Thanks to you.
Me? Oh, I just love the sound of my own voice.
Lord Rossfield, my lady.
So what's the plan of action?
We'll divide our forces into several small detachments, each made up of guardians, bearers, and guards from the rest. Upon engaging with the Akashic, each detachment will keep the creatures occupied as...
You're going to lure them into the village?
I am. We will have neither the time nor the resources to treat the wounded, so by coordinating our withdrawal through the use of messengers drawn from among the bearers, with luck, that point will be the village square, and for you and I to finish them off.
A sound plan, but one that'll require a leader with a cool head and strong nerves to... I'd say you have both in abundance, so wait. Please, leave the last of the fighting to me.
Ha! And let you have all the glory.
Sir Wade, they're here.
Then you know what you must do. We work together. Everyone playing their part. Each shielding the other that no man might fall. That Eastpool might live on. For Rosaria.
For Rosaria!
We've no time to argue, my lord. I'll do as you ask.
And I will do as you ask.
Suppose we'd better do our bit too then, eh?
Right you are, Martha.
Dame culos.
The calm before the storm. And here it comes. I will not let this village fall.
Creo que me voy a quitar el titán, creo, de aquí. Porque el counter no lo estoy usando demasiado. Mejor esquivar casi siempre que el counter. Al menos en el círculo. Parry this motherfucker.
Looks like that's the last of them.
Lord Rossfield, Change of plan.
What is it?
Owl from the rest. An Akashic curl's been sighted on Rhiannon's ride and...
Well, the better half of her guard is... So wait.
Hard to say. My men are still facing some resistance. I could order a detachment.
No. You stay here too, Sir Wade. I'll go after the curl. Join me only when Eastpool is won.
If you're sure, may the Founder protect you.
Next one's mine. I might not know what...
This is no time to ride. Let's go.
Vale. Ya entiendo mejor. Te obligan a tener... Para el Ultimate sí que te obligan a tener el icon. Por eso puedo usar la adhesiva aquí. I mean, makes sense realmente. Entonces tengo que tener un poco coñazo, pero bueno, solamente me molestará con voladores un poco entre y siempre puedo usar a Torgal para que los tire al suelo. No tengo ultimates en verdad, pero bueno. Porca, es bueno corro en la barra. Un chico. Ah, esfera de Empirio tiene que... Sí. Ah, no. El bengal ese.
There it is. With me, Torgal.
Se lo he reventado.
All right. Back to Eastpool.
No. Tenemos que ir a la fonda.
Lord Rossfield.
Muertísimo.
Thank the Founder for that. We were able to eradicate the rest of the Horde. I have guardians posted around the village to keep watch for foot. I hesitate to say it, but...
I think it might.
We saved Eastpool. Thank you, my friends.
No, Sir Wade. You brought us together. Showed us what it means to fight for what you hold dear.
We never had nothing to call our own before, but now we do.
Forgive us, Sir Wade. You and your people say, but there's no doubt in my mind anymore. We're free men now. We have to fight to protect what's ours.
And we shall. We all shall. This is our home. And if anyone or anything tries to take it away,
they'll have us to answer to.
Come on then. Let's get to work.
This village isn't gonna rebuild itself.
Sí que sí, amiga.
They're not slaves anymore.
no. They're Rosarians. And I believe if he was still with us today, this is what he would have wanted.
I believe you might be right.
I shall remain here, my lord, and do what I can to help rebuild the village. After all, this is my home now too. And I could hardly call myself an Eastpoolian if I didn't pull my weight.
I think you'll find it's Eastpudlian, Sir Wade. But you should be proud all the same. I'll have to pull my weight too. Can't have the rest getting out. Speaking of which, I ought to be getting back.
Can we continue to count on your support, Martha?
Of course. And I'll be counting on yours too. Us Rosarians have got to stick together, haven't we?
Indeed we have.
And Clive, come by the Golden Stables when you get the chance. I ain't paid you for delivering them seeds yet.
All right.
Y ves, estaban las dos misiones overlappando.
Lord Rossfield, do you remember our very first mission together, clearing the goblins from the Stillwind marshes?
How could I forget?
There's one sight that I shall never forget. You, facing off against that giant Morble. Not a trace of fear on your face. Since that day, there have been more than a few times when I felt like giving up, when the odds seemed so stacked in the enemy's favor. I thought I may as well just lay down my sword and surrender. But every time, I would think back to the look in your eyes that day and remember what it means to be a shield. Know that whatever trials Eastpool may face, I shall never lose courage. Thanks to you.
So Wade, you have always been a true shield. I know that Eastpool, and indeed all of Rosaria, will be safe in your hands.
Thank you, my lord. I know the rest of the world will be safe in yours.
I'll do my best.
The hero returns. It's lucky you came by when you did. Not only did my seeds get delivered, but you...
I just did what I could.
And it's only right. Take it before...
Thank you, Martha.
So, Eastpool's finally back on its feet again, and a home to free bearers.
Well, it was your idea.
I know that, but
I never stopped to think what it would mean. Bearers in charge of themselves, though I suppose the rest ain't much different nowadays. You know, bearers living free like that. Reminds me of when I first met Sid. Loath as I am to recall that particular day.
I take it you didn't always see eye to eye. What happened?
Me tiro los trastos.
Well, if you really want to know, I started doing what I do long before I met Sid. In fact, that's how I met him. He showed up at the stables one day, asking questions about who'd been buying up bearers. Founder knows what he thought I was doing with them. Running a hunt, poking around in their innards. Something awful, anyway. Me, I thought he was a new constable. Thought the game was up. But somehow we both managed to work out what each other was about. And before I knew it, the cheeky arse was rattling on at me about how I was doing it all wrong. After all my hard work. Told me I was giving them relief, but not freedom. That my bearers were still dying as slaves. Got right under my skin, it did. Told him if he didn't like it, he could bugger off and report me to the garrison. And do you know what he did? He smiled. And then he laughed. And then I did the same.
And you were?
Well, we both wanted the same thing. To make life better for bearers. Just like your dad. Do you know I was born right around the time Elwyn became Archduke? Growing up, I saw how he tried to change things. He certainly didn't lack for ambition, that one.
Indeed. But the loftier one's ambitions, the harder they are to achieve. Which is why those of us who follow in their footsteps need to finish what people like Sid and my father started.
Suppose you're right. And if we don't manage it, good thing we've got a few half-decent sorts waiting in the wings, eh? It's almost enough to give you a little bit of hope.
Just a little.
Anyway, enough nattering. Better get back to work. The least the folks who saved Eastpool deserve is a hot meal. And you and me ain't gonna save the world on an empty stomach night.
That sounds like a wonderful idea.
Dice, buscadores en la fonda de mar. Puede salir.
I gathered as much bog mint and feverfew as I could find.
Me quedaban como 17 de esos de camarote. Esos son los secundarios importantes.
The world seems to be changing so fast lately I can hardly keep up. But what I do know is that there's more bad news than
A ver. Arriba no sé. Se la han puesto.
Don't worry, Clive. You went alone in this fight.
Are the bearers taking well to their new home, do you know?
Can't say it wasn't a relief to see the better part of the Guardians finally taking their leave.
Nadie dice
Barely
nada.
had room to breathe, what with them and us and all the others all crammed in together. We're good lads,
No hay nada.
It doesn't still hurt, does it?
Lo aquí.
It's been a pleasure, Doris. Just like old times.
I'll give your offer some thought, my lady.
How goes the investigation?
Sid.
You. I heard...
Of course. And it had to be me. She's no fool.
That was her just now, wasn't so?
I'd say so. Seems her time in Rosaria is coming to an end. She's after her brush with those beastmen on the road to Northreach. She's dangerous, Sid.
Then I'm going with you. I'll take care of the escort.
The Baum Archers, soon to break camp.
Me han puesto en la esquina ahí, colega. No estaba en la fonda de Marza. No estaba en la fonda de Marza y no estaba al lado de la fonda de Marza. Estaba en un callejón perdido de la mano de Dios. En la ciudad, vaya.
This is no time to ride.
Por el otro lado.
Come on. Faster. Good. They haven't broken camp yet. How did Doris come to know a slaver?
We've waited long enough. She's not coming. Ready the bearers. We're leaving.
Back to civilization, is it, Mom?
With all haste. Lest any of you lackwits start talking like these feckless bumpkins. I presume your men are ready. We've suffered too many delays as it is. Any more and I'll be docking your pay.
Yes, Mom.
Oh, but before you go, it appears we have company. Kill him.
You're welcome to try.
Someone is rage quitting in a Pokemon game.
You'll forgive me for not avenging
That's
my
pretty
men.
much a skill issue.
I'm not the swordswoman I used to be. I surrender. Do with me as you wish.
I mean, it's a
Sid
Pokemon game. It's super simple.
Sid.
Just level up more, get a different team. Unless the game is really, really bad design, you should never like rage
take it
quit.
you're not here
Like
to
if you're not
rescue
having
me
fun,
from our
it's
brooding
fine. But
renegade.
not like, oh, I cannot beat this game so
You
far.
know,
Even with
always
level
wondered
caps,
why
doesn't
you'd
matter.
managed to. But casting your lot with this
Especially if there are
before
level
people.
caps, then that means the
Better
game,
fighting for a
if it is
cause than
well
killing for
designed,
coin.
will take into account just change your
Sorry,
team.
Sid. I should have told you sooner. This woman, my former master,
Ooh.
once trained bearer children to be weapons in service of the highest bidder.
Disgusting.
She raised me like a daughter, and I did terrible things to earn.
It wasn't all terrible. Surely. We had our fun, too. You were always so eager to learn, and had such clever hands. All my other children took either to the blade or to the books. Always either or. But you proved yourself a master of both. How about it, my little dagger? Care to swear that blade to me again?
I never swore my blade to
That's your
you,
shift.
nor will I ever. I fought to liberate the bearers
I
of
mean,
this
unless
world.
they change his stats, it can
Farewell,
go both ways,
master.
so it's not even a bad idea.
Thank you for making...
You always were a righteous child. Perhaps that's the reason I loved you so.
Both physical or special, even to this day.
What do you want to do with her?
I am not the killer she wanted me to be, and she no longer has friends in high places. The dame does, though.
All right.
I am.
Move tutor for Giga Drain and I got nasty block. I mean, any setup move is always too strong in Pokemon.
And I should head back to the hideaway.
Because I mean, if it's even strong in competitive, so if you are an AI that has no idea what happened with that's Pokemon. Basically. ¿Qué le hago tan-
Welcome back, Sid. Doris's message just arrived. I hear you saved more bearers from being smuggled across the border.
With any luck, they'll be joining us in the hideaway shortly. Oh, and your letter. You don't need to worry about Doris anymore.
I'd been hoping as much. She mentioned one or two things in her report. So the slaver we'd been chasing all these months was her former master. Wish I'd known. She's been arrested, by the way, over in Sunbreak. Went quietly, or so we're told. And she won't be getting off lightly. The Empire may have no love for bearers, but it's none too fond of black market traders either. Can't have been easy for Doris.
I'm sure it wasn't. But don't worry. She'll be all right.
I hope so. Suppose you should know, eh? You had quite the past yourself before you came here, or so I understand. Anyway, thanks again, Sid. The Cursebreakers would be lost without Doris. And you, of course.
Keep up the good work, Cole.
Keep up. Han teleportado aquí, lo cual significa pantalla de carga extra.
Karen says she'll provide what she can for our voyage to Ash.
Covered in nicks and lumps, the lot of them.
Creo que estoy aquí, hay algún... Ah, no. La mierda. Está bugueada esa misión porque ahí no hay nada. Avanzar la trama para que aparezca aquí el NPC que lo hace, ¿no? Pero aquí tengo un pollón de... Una aquí y otra aquí. Bathroom break. La meretriz.
Then it's lucky we stayed here.
Was that shouting I heard from the barracks?
You're that sellsword the dame's so fond of. That was some fine work you did up in Moor.
And you're just gonna fall into line.
Hombre de compañía. ¿Literalmente han puesto un puto? Literalmente es un chapero, es un puto, bueno, como lo llamen, no sé. No sé si chapero específicamente es solo para prostitutos en plan homosexuales o en general. Gigolo creo que es el término que se utilizaba. En general. Unexpected. Expected gigolo.
I don't trust this Duke. If we're not careful, he'll undo all the dame's.
Oh, Clive. What am I to do? My wards and I may soon be without a home.
Vaya por Dios.
What's happened?
The High Cardinal has descended from his lofty throne and taken up residence here in Northreach.
The High Cardinal?
Leader of the Council of Elders, second only to his radiance at the
A
helm
este
of
no le
any of
gusta
those things
el
still
puteche.
exist. Now,
And what does he want with Northreach?
he wants to transform it into a foundation upon which to build anew. He's already secured the support of the various army remnants.
He would rob the populace to pay for it.
Believe me, I have used every means of persuasion to discourage him from this folly. But for whatever reason...
What does Captain Philippe make of this? When the town was under attack, it was him the soldiers rallied around.
How? By speaking out against one of the most powerful men in Sambrec, a man whose stated aim is to revive the Empire. Philippe, the captain, can offer them a regular supply of gruel and an occasional trip to the Vale to help them forget the terrors they face each day. The Duke offers them a vision of strength. No. Anyat, given the mood around town, mutiny may yet be unavoidable.
And who could blame them?
Clive, would you appeal for your services to Northreach? You have the respect of the soldiers.
Sí, hombre.
Unlike Philippe, no bonds of loyalty prevent, well?
I'll see what I can do.
Thank you, Clive.
Tell me then, in the garrison?
Overseeing the troops, yes.
All right. I may have met this Duke before, at the Remembrance Ceremony. Let's hope I didn't make a strong impression.
It's not only control of the garrison he wants.
Well, what do you think?
What do I think? I think...
We already have a leader in the Dame.
La regidora de la ciudad eslava. Wicked blow sea dot, oh my god. Scary.
Oh, sorry about that. You're the dame's man, aren't you? You got some
Scary.
business with the captain?
No, actually. With the Duke. I was hoping I might be able to speak with him.
We're under orders not to let any civilians pass.
Yo soy un civil.
But you should be all right. His Eminence has heard all about you and your heroics. Wait here. I'll go and ask.
So, you are the sellsword who lent his aid to the garrison. The Empire owes you a debt, and I shall see it repaid. But tell me, is it wealth that you seek, or favor?
Neither, Your Eminence. I thought only to inquire about your plan to turn Northreach into a stronghold.
Ah, I see. You are worried the expanded garrison will render your services redundant. Yet you needn't be. A proud fighting man like yourself shall always have a place here. Pride of place, in fact. For too long has the contribution of the noble soldier been under-reckoned. But no more. For it is they who shall see the Holy Empire rebuilt, beginning right here in Northreach.
Why here, Your Eminence?
Poor guy.
The town has been fortunate enough to escape largely unscathed from the recent troubles. Her defenses are sound, and her garrison well prepared. Which is more than can be said for Oriflamme or Twinside. The Empire wants for a capital, and I believe Northreach to be the perfect place. With Caer Norvent as her citadel. Once we have seen to the refortification of both the town and the castle, we need only build a wall around both to create a city that would be the envy of the twins. Plans are already underway for the construction. Soon enough, these thralls shall learn that they are no match for the might of Sanbreque.
I fear you underestimate how dangerous these creatures are, Your Eminence. Should they return in force, you will need all the people of Northreach to come together in defense of the town.
The people will do as their leaders command.
No.
If Sanbreque is to be rebuilt,
That's not how it
she
works,
will
my
require
dude.
a functioning government. One whose authority is beyond question. That is why this levy is necessary. So that any man who wishes to join the army might do so and be fed, outfitted,
I'm gonna
and
use
paid
King
as
Gambit.
befits a
I'm
defender of the
original.
Empire.
Monster.
And yet there are those who persist in peddling the...
I suspect they're afraid of losing what little they have left.
Precisely. The common folk have little and less, and you mean to deprive them of even that. You would sow the seeds of your new empire in your own salted earth.
Sabine, we have discussed this.
Yes, and I told you then how putting the empire before her citizens would lead only to revolt.
Without an empire, there are no citizens.
And in yours, there will be only beggars. Is that what Griga wills for her people?
Do not take her name in vain, Sabine.
I'll come back later. The citizens revolt. I wonder what the people really think of the Duke's plan. It wouldn't hurt to ask them, I suppose. Let's begin with those on the other side of the wall.
I mean, most likely. Especially if you tell me they already introduced Gen 9 Pokemon, why would they come outside and...
Do you think he was the only one who survived?
And some in the... every... Just put
Was
them
that
all or
shouting
don't
I heard
put
from
them
the
all.
barracks?
You're already putting Ponyard, why not putting all three?
A question,
Yeah, no, it doesn't.
if you don't mind. What do you think of the Duke of Oriflamme?
It.
You build a life for yourself somewhere, earning for... If he thinks his name, will do whatever it takes. Whatever it takes.
Sí que sí. Rebellion, my friend.
The garrison salvaged what they could from more.
Half of what comes in is barely fit for pressing.
That so-called Duke is our...
All right there.
Just your opinion, actually. I wondered what you thought of...
Oh, him. Not much. It's thanks to nobles like him that we had to set up shop this side of the wall in the first place. And now he's trying to drive us out completely. If the dame said she wanted him run out of town...
I've been hearing a lot of talk about a certain duke.
Nothing good, I'll wager. Going around acting like he... And with hardly a word to the dame.
I take it you'd rather she was in charge.
As far as I'm concerned, she still is. Just need his eminence to sod off back to Oriflamme.
Well, the people seem united enough. What about the soldiers?
And you're just gonna fall into line? What else can I do?
This is no soldier, what?
Excuse me, do you have a moment? I wondered if you'd mind sharing your thoughts.
Well, I mean, look around us. The traders might not like having the screws put on them. I think the Duke's got a point when he says rebuilding the Empire's the best. And if that means people who don't know one end of a sword from another have to make...
Some people...
It's
For
not
this...
only control of the garrison he wants. We already have a leader in the Dame.
One at a time now. Is enough for...
You're the one who was talking to His Eminence.
On the Dame's behalf, yes. I was trying to persuade him not to take the... What do you think of his plan?
I'm a soldier, mate. He tells me, well, listen, I've got nothing but respect for the Dame. That's where my loyalties lie, not with the town or the Empire. If the Duke can get us cement and the equipment we need...
We don't have much, but the Dame had us empty the Vale's larders to see these poor souls fed.
Sabine, you are embarrassing me.
You're embarrassing yourself.
I hear the Duke of Oriflamme plans to turn this town. Do you think that's a good...
It's not for me. All I know is that unless the Emperor orders me otherwise, look, no one likes all these taxes and tariffs. Once Sandbreck is back on her feet.
Let's see what Philippe makes of all this.
A whole day to dry some bloody...
Tell me
Welcome back. Wraiths give you any trouble?
None worth mention.
Captain.
For you? Thank you for that. How can I help you?
I wanted to ask you about the Duke of Oriflamme. Do you intend to go along with this?
But to tell you the truth, it's my sworn duty as a captain of the Imperial Army.
Philippe, I remember you saying that you became a soldier to protect...
That's right.
Well, she doesn't agree with the Duke's...
And she's probably right. Thank you, Clive. Protecting the people I love is what... Well, duty calls. Thanks again.
It seems Philippe wants to do the right thing at least. I expect Isabel will be pleased to hear that, if nothing else.
Ah, Clive, were you able to speak with the Duke?
I was, but...
Not good.
So Northreach is to be a fortress of, well, it will certainly help to hold back the thralls, though I doubt it will come as much consolation to the townspeople whose worldly goods are confiscated. They deserve to be heard, Clive. To have a say in this new empire the Duke means to build.
Sadly, His Eminence values their obedience more than their opinions, and hopes to reassert the authority of the state. I fear he sees the people as mere pawns on his chessboard to be sacrificed for the greater good. Needless to say, they themselves are of a different opinion, and would rather their destinies were in your hands. The soldiers, meanwhile, are content to follow their orders, and not just because of the Duke's rank, but because of his vision.
I thought as much. Had I sworn to protect Sambrek, I dare say I too would want nothing more than to see it rise from the ashes. Thank you for trying.
I don't know about that.
What happened to your uniform?
I handed it in, along with my resignation. Told the lads I wished them well, but that I owe it to those I love to call it a day.
But why?
Because I realize what really matters to me. Not following some nobleman's orders for the sake of it, but protecting what I care about. Protecting Northreach. I honestly don't know when those monsters will return, but I'm certain they're not finished with us yet. And when they do come back, we need to be ready for them. We need to stand together, all of us. And with you to lead us, milady, I reckon we can do it. It was you who finally convinced me, Clive. There's no point following orders if they go against everything you believe.
Indeed.
All of us, standing together. That has always been Northreach's best hope. And one which still lies within our grasp. We have only to turn our attentions to the true enemy. Thank you, Philippe, for showing me what I must do.
Anything for you, milady. Speaking of standing together, would you mind if I borrowed a few of the lads from the Vale to help keep watch around the town? I fear His Eminence has loftier tasks in mind for the guard.
Not at all.
Wouldn't be the first time.
There may be hope for Northreach yet, especially with men like you and Philippe to champion our cause. I, for my part, shall continue to work upon the Duke, but I suspect I shall have to call upon your aid again. Until then, Clive.
Until then.
Pretty much this will have a part 2. Basic. There will be.
Your town needs you. I need you.
Saw the captain just now. He's wearing his uniform.
I would speak with this Duke.
The way things are going at the garrison, it'll be up to us to defend the town soon.
Not here. Good girl.
Domina. Hurry this motherfucker.
Two down, one to go.
All of them are here now. Like, all of them. Earth. I mean, I have. I will do them all. Ideal.
What's happened?
Okay.
Ah, Clive.
That is good news.
Yes. Our comrade in Randala has... But I still have much and more to prepare. You couldn't do me a quick...
What is it this time?
Nothing like that. I just need you to go over to the caravans and ask El. Find out exactly how much...
All right.
Thanks, Clive.
Ahí al lado. Claramente va a haber que hacer algo.
Don't blame yourself, El. I know, but no buts about it.
Is something wrong?
Vonnie came to give me a message from our intermediary. The talks with the Republican army have fallen through. They've reached an agreement with the Silver Peak Consortium, and though prices have fallen of late, we deliberately offered above the going rate to try and... But the Consortium offered double what we did.
And you had no opportunity to make a
None at all.
El? I saw Vonnie leave.
And with good reason.
We're fucked.
But I thought we were the only ones the Fist was speaking to about the bearer. How did the Consortium even find out about it?
It's not so surprising. This isn't over. The Consortium will have to sell these bearers eventually. I'm going to Randala myself.
Alone?
Are you offering to be my bodyguard? How kind. Meet me at the checkpoint near the... You go to Cashlock, Thea. Even if I fail to free these bearers, someone needs to prepare the place and keep any prowling beasts at bay.
Oh, and that's me, is it?
Protect my sister.
Look... For meeting the Silver Peak Consortium. She'll never join them after this, surely. No, she said it herself. She means to stay with us then. I can't say...
You have to trust her.
You're right. And if El's off fighting for the cause, I should... So I bid you farewell and safe travels. I'll gather my men and leave for Cashlock. woman. You go to Randala and see if you can stop my sister biting the
I'll do my best. All right. To Randalar, then. And better not keep Eloise waiting.
What I wouldn't give for a hot meal. Looks like this is the end of the road for us.
When are they gonna let us through?
Little boy.
I hope I didn't keep you waiting. Did you arrange to speak with the consortium?
Here they are now.
Me vienen a matar.
You wish to consult with me?
I did. It's about the bearers you recently purchased from the Fist. We had all but finished making arrangements to buy them ourselves.
You misunderstand. The consortium had an interest in purchasing them from the very first. It was only our regard for you that kept us from bidding. But your hesitancy in accepting our offer to you, and so we resumed our business.
I did not hesitate. I am simply not inclined to make such decisions without first giving them due consideration. But what is done is done.
Alas, you are too late yet again. We rarely take on such unconventional merchandise without a purchaser in mind. The bearers belong to him now.
Who is your buyer?
A trader from across the water. A most demanding fellow, if it's any consolation. He insisted the bearers be fed, dressed, even given their own bunks.
Incluso
for the voyage over.
Catrice.
That's what you get when you deal with continental types.
I wouldn't know.
Oh yes, the culture on the continent is quite different to ours. They pay good money for bearers not fit for the knacker's yard, and treat them like kings. But as long as they pay...
That does sound unusual. No matter then. If they've already left our shores, there's little that can be done. And with it, my interest in joining your organization.
My associates will be sorry to hear that.
Tira.
I'm sorry you weren't able to save them.
As am I. But I only have myself to blame. He was right, you see. The Silver Peak Consortium did intend to buy those bearers before I did. Their representative hinted at a possible purchase when he came to recruit me. I feigned interest in joining them in the hope he might be encouraged to tell me more. And he did just that. As soon as he left, I sent my own offer to Randalar.
So you never...
No. I entertained the consortium's proposal solely so I could learn more about those bearers. I was a fool to think they wouldn't find out.
You tried.
I did. But they deserved more. I wanted so badly to see them freed.
Eloise! Eloise! Word from Cashlock. The village is under attack. A pack of beasts have come down from the mountains, and there's a dragon at its head. Theo and the others are trying to hold them off as best they can. They need help, and fast.
Theo!
I'll go on ahead.
Thank you, Clive. I'll gather some men and join you there. Just...
Hold on, Theo. I'm coming.
Ready, go? Faster!
That'll do, girl.
Yeah, I knew that place was going to be a place for a fight. I knew.
Where's
They already
Theodore?
explored.
Upriver! He led the dragon that way to keep it from the village. We just have to pray, mate.
I can do better than...
Boy.
Where are you, Theo?
Hold attack or what?
This one. Over here! Morgul!
Oh.
Damn it. The ether's too thick. These creatures have already turned.
Dead.
This one. I can't waste any more time. I need to find Theodore before that dragon does. Looks like it's found me. This thing's turned as well. This isn't going to be easy.
Oh.
This one. Go for it. Get him.
Ya voy, mamá. Mamadísimo. Buen perro.
Alive? Theodore, you had me worried for... We have to get you out of here.
Oh,
I
Dios.
think it might be a little too late for that. Bearer or no, there's only so much ether a man can take, and that Drake just wouldn't let me leave. You have my thanks, Sid, for finishing what I could not. for keeping Elle's dream.
Theodore! Don't make me do this.
Stop it, Theo! Stop!
Stay back, Eloise! He's turned. And so will you!
Peter.
Theodore.
Take care of my sister.
¿Para suicidar?
Theodore, wait.
Goodbye, Elle.
Sí.
Thank you, Clive. I think I'll be all right now.
That was true bravery he showed. Leading the dragon away from the village like that. His first instinct was always to protect people.
And now he's gone, because I sent him to that place.
It wasn't against his will. He was ready to do whatever it took to show you he could stand on his own. So that you would finally be free to live your own life.
To live my own life? He never could come to terms with the choice I made.
What exactly happened? You once told me Theo was the first bearer you ever helped.
We grew up in Canva. We were born to one of the great trading houses. And I was chosen to inherit the family business. I had my father's head for figures, you see. Theo did not. While I studied the art of commerce, he played at soldiers instead. A late bloomer. In more ways than one. For unlike most bearers, it wasn't until his 15th summer that his powers awakened. My parents tried to drive him out of the house and into the care of the constables. But before they could...
Theo told me something else. He clearly admired your devotion to the cause of freeing others like him from slavery. But he said you deserved a better life than this, just as you freed him from his.
I would be lying if I said I had not wondered from time to time how much easier my life might have been if I had allowed Theo to be taken and devoted myself to the family business instead. But I have never regretted the decision I made. Being with my brother meant more to me than tradition or reputation. I only had to look at him to remind myself of that night and the choice I made and the fact that I would make the same choice again in a heartbeat. He was never a burden. How could he even think that? If anything, I was the one who weighed him down.
You weren't, Eloise. He said it himself, that he had always been grateful to you for saving him. and that he wanted to repay you by letting you live the life you were denied. Neither you nor Theo weighed each other down. You loved one another. You did whatever was necessary to continue living your lives together, and you always would have.
You're right. All I ever wanted, all I ever did, it was so we could be together. Oh, Theo. Why did you have to...
I know Theo wanted me to move on, but I'm staying here at the Crimson Caravans. We can make a difference here. I need nothing more from life than... So I'll carry on doing what we do, bringing smiles to people's faces and to Theo's. This is the life I have chosen.
I've made a choice of my own, to continue helping you however I can. Whenever you need it.
Thank you, Clive. Let's go on together then. For Theodore.
Pero porque todas estas están siendo la última en la región, yo creo también. Te están dando un objeto de camarote, o sea que es un objeto para el logro. O sea, creo que hago una más. Bueno, no sé. ¿Qué hacemos?
Fly, Ambrosia.
Ah, esta es la esfera entonces. Escort.
Be safe.
No, nadie. Hay mucho menos rango del que pensaba.
Get him.
Wow. Ah, la primera vez que me dan un game over en toda la partida y es porque un bomb me ha explotado en la espalda. Me ha quitado 2000 de golpe. Esto nunca ha ocurrido. Pero ¿para qué me pone a quitar tanto, coño? Me ha quitado 3/4 de la vida de un ataque. Lamentable. Cielo. Pues esta vez no. Petado, pero petado, petado. No tiene autoguarda el juego, así que no. No, pero no mola que pete, obviamente. El juego sigue sonando como que funcionara, pero ha petado. Aprovecharé para dejar. Y haré que... Por eso no me preocupa. Fus, fus.